Hey witches, welcome back to the channel. Once again, this is Hectarius, Witch of the Realms. For today's video, we're going to be doing our full moon reading. Let's just burn some Palo Santo, get the energies cleansed. All right.
You've been working on the ultimate Brazilian funk playlist for days. It ebbs and flows in all the right places. The song trends.
So psychically, what I'm feeling with this full moon's energy is cleansing, purification, detoxing, all of that type of energy. Feels very much like the death card. This purging to transition into new energy. That's really what I'm feeling psychically. I have been doing detoxing spiritually, but also physically. I stopped drinking sodas and coffee. So I've cut those out, and I've mainly just been drinking like water and tea. And I actually have noticed a huge difference in my energy levels and the way I feel throughout the day. So I've noticed a huge difference there. And I feel like that's definitely part of the energy of this full moon and leading up to it. Cleansing, purging, detoxing, getting yourself clear and purified in a sense. So that's sort of what I'm psychically feeling with this energy. If we look at the astrology, we can see that the full moon is occurring in Sagittarius, according to Vedic astrology, not Western. So the moon is here, it's in Sagittarius, but it's actually moving into Capricorn today as well. So it's a transitioning period. And you can also see that Pluto is there, and then as it moves into Capricorn, it will be joining Saturn. So there's a lot of this sort of death energy, basically. This darker, like purging energy with Pluto and then Saturn being present. And also with the moon transitioning from Sagittarius into Capricorn, there is this transformation, transitioning energy with that. And also, if you look in the Witch's Almanac for today, you can see that this full moon is coinciding with the ancient Egyptian New Year as well. So there's once again that energy of transition taking place, letting go of the old, moving forward into the new. As you can see, the energy is very much focused on transitioning and renewal, the sense of renewal as well. So I'm going to use the Lumina Tarot by Inner Hue today, and we'll go ahead and get right into the cards. I'm not going to do a rune or oracle card today, it's just going to be the tarot. But one more thing I should mention is that exactly 1 week from today we will be going into the Lughnasadh Lammas Sabbath here in the Northern Hemisphere as well. So there is also the build up to that energy with this full moon. Now I align myself with the Most High God and the Holy Spirit Hecate. Please communicate the truth to me through these cards so that I may be guided for the highest good of all. Thank you and so much for being. Please give us your divine guidance for this full moon so that we can use the energies for our highest good, greatest success and joy. Thank you and so mote it be. So first we have the King of Swords coming up, and this is an energy of getting in the right mindset, basically. It's getting your head clear, getting your intentions, your thoughts clear and collected. knowing exactly what you're going to do, what the next steps are going to be for yourself. So know thyself, and thou will know all of the secrets of the gods and the universe. As the Oracle of Delphi says, this is what this card is all about. Knowing your own mind perfectly, crystal clear. And the power that gives you that clarity, and once again that purity that gives you. You know, with what I was talking about, cleansing, getting rid of everything that's really not your purity, not your true self. That's what this is about, and once again, how that empowers you. Go watch my video that I posted. Purity is power. Okay, that's what this is all about. So in other words, this is boss ass energy, basically. Okay, walking in that, thinking like that. The next card that we have is the Nine of Swords. This is an interesting card to come up with the King of Swords present as well, because with the Nine of Swords, this is basically everything that stands in your way from getting this King of Swords energy. All of the negative thoughts, negative patterns, negative habits, fears, worries, self-hate, self-doubt, all of that negative mental energy that can cloud our pure mind. That's really what the Nine of Swords is all about. Becoming aware of that and how it's actually blocking you or hindering you in all of these different ways. When this card comes up, it's an invitation to do shadow work and look at these different things, ask where they come from, and, you know, work on removing them from your mental space. And then we have the Knight of Cups as the final card. So when the Knight of Cups shows up, once again, it's sort of this invitation or calling to something new, something more. It's sort of this energy of the inevitable pull of the ocean, the tides, the changing tides, the way that sort of our emotion is this powerful force that incites change and informs our drives and our callings in our life. So once again, as a follow-up to the Nine of Swords, clearing out everything that's obscuring and muddying the waters, okay? And then we will have more clarity on whatever this is. If you look at the symbolism of this card, we see the Ouroboros serpent. That is actually something that has been in my mind lately. The eternal cycles. It also sort of looks like the moon within that, with the moon cycles, the way that the moon pulls at the ocean tides, the way the moon goes through phases of dark and light, of waning light and growing light. And all of that symbolism is sort of tied into our emotion, our feelings about ourselves, about our lives, about other people. That is a very powerful force, and it can control a lot of our behaviors and our thoughts and our actions. So it's important to touch base with that every now and then, to do cleansings and make sure that you are staying healthy with your well-being in that part of your life, and then allowing that to empower you, get yourself clear, and get to this greater understanding and knowledge of yourself, so that you can pursue the things that you really want to. So once again, we are also going towards the Lughnasadh Llama Sabbath next week. So I feel like that's also part of this as well. This sort of energy of reaping, because, you know, that's the first harvest Sabbath. So it's this energy of culling and reaping and cleansing. in order to prepare for renewal, but also in order to harvest in something about ourselves, some knowledge about ourselves, something that we are also gaining through this process. It's not just that we remove things from our life to remove them, but we also are gaining something through that process, through that journey. That's something that's also definitely showing up with this energy. Yeah, I guess ultimately this is really a call to do healing and shadow work and this sort of interior, inner reflectiveness and removing these different layers and things that are making our own self murky, basically. Getting rid of all of this so that we can be in these energies, this clarity, clear thinking, clear of our emotions and our emotional state, and allowing that to empower us and set us on a new path, whatever that means for each of us. So that's basically all for this video. If you would like to get in touch with me for a private reading or to schedule spell work services or anything like that, the information is down below in the description box. Also, if you want to join my Patreon, the information is down below as well. And I'll see you guys on the next videos. As always, until next time, Hail Hecate, hail to the witches, and blessed be. Have a lovely full moon.